dear learners, for this course on operations research. In our module 5, we were discussing about game theory and sequencing problems. So far, we have discussed and solved problems on n jobs 1 machine and n jobs 2 machine. Let us continue our discussion on sequencing problems. The next topic is sequencing problems on n jobs 3 machines. The procedure to solve the problems on n jobs 3 machines is same as what we have employed to solve problems on n jobs 2 machines, but here we should reduce the problems on n jobs 3 machine to n jobs 2 machines first, find the sequence, and then we can solve problems on n jobs 3 machines. To reduce the problem to n jobs 2 machines, we should add first and second machine and take it as machine number 1, and we should add second and third machine and take it as machine number 2. Now using these two, I should find the optimal sequence. Before obtaining the optimal sequence, I should verify these two conditions. One among these two conditions should be satisfied to solve problems on n jobs 3 machines. That is, the minimum processing time of first machine should be greater than or equal to maximum processing time of intermediate machine, or the minimum processing time of last machine should be greater than or equal to maximum processing time of intermediate machine. So one among these two conditions should be satisfied. With this very brief knowledge on problems of n jobs 3 machines, let us solve our first problem on n jobs 3 machine. The problem number 1 states that there are 5 jobs, each of which is to be processed through machines A, B and C in the order CAB. Very important. I should solve the problem in the order CAB. Processing time in hours is given in the table. Determine optimal sequence, total elapsed time and idle time of machines. So as given the jobs, we have 5 jobs and 3 machines. We should solve this problem, and the processing is taking place in the order machine C, machine A and then machine B. In order to avoid confusion, let us rearrange according to the order in which it has to be processed. So rearranging the problem, we have 5 jobs, one, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the machines are to be rearranged as C, A, B. So these are machines. So if I rearrange, column C will come first, 3, 8, 7, 5, 4. Then we have machine A, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then we have machine B, 7, 9, 5, 6, 10. So now, before solving the problem or finding the sequence, I should verify the condition. So if I take the first condition, so TP minimum of first machine, that is minimum processing time of first machine. So for us, the first machine is machine C. Minimum is 3 minutes. Maximum processing time of intermediate machine, for us the intermediate machine is machine A. The maximum processing time of intermediate machine is 5 minutes, and the last one is minimum processing time on last machine. For us the last machine is machine B. So minimum processing time is 5 minutes. Sorry, the time is given in terms of hours, so therefore these are hours. Coming for the first condition, minimum processing time of first machine should be greater than or equal to maximum processing time of intermediate machine. So this condition fails because 3 is less than 5. Or I should satisfy the second condition, that is minimum processing time on last machine should be greater than or equal to maximum processing time of intermediate machine. So if I verify the second condition, the minimum processing time of last machine is 5 hours, whereas the maximum processing time of intermediate machine is also 5 hours. So therefore second condition is satisfied. That is minimum processing time of last machine is equal to maximum processing time of intermediate machine. So hence the condition is verified. So therefore I can solve this problem. So now to solve this problem, I want to find the sequence first. So moving on to the second step, after verifying the condition, I want to find the sequence. So now to find the sequence, I should create machine 1 as sum of first and second machine, and machine 2 as sum of second and third machine. So therefore to find the sequence, if I use the conditions, we have jobs. Let us take machine 1 as machine C plus A, and machine 2 as machine A plus B. So we have 5 jobs. So therefore, to avoid confusion, let me mark it as J1 to J5. Now for machine 1, 3 plus 4 is 7, 8 plus 5 is 13, 7 plus 1 is 8, 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7. For machine 2, it is A plus B, 7 plus 4 is 11, 9 plus 5 is 14, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 10 plus 3 is 13. So therefore we have reduced the problem into n jobs, 2 machines. Now I can find the sequence by using Johnson's algorithm, which I have clearly explained in our previous lecture. 3 plus 4 is 7, 8 plus 5 is 13, 7 plus 1 is 8, 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 9 plus 5 is 14, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 10 plus 3 is 13. So now we can find the optimal sequence. So to find the optimal sequence, I should have 5 boxes because we have 5 machines. So let us have machine 1, five boxes. On this side we have machine 2. So formatting the 5 boxes, the least processing time in the problem is 7. So it is for job 1, job 4 and job 5. Before that we have 6 for job 3. So the least processing time is 6 for job 3. This 6 is on machine 2. So therefore job 3 should be allocated towards machine 2 side. So therefore allocating job 3 to machine 2 side, we will get job 3. So therefore job 3 is eliminated. Next least processing time is 7. So 7 is there for job number 1, job number 4 and job number 5. I have clearly explained how to solve the ties. Since the tie is on machine 1, I should select 3 boxes on machine 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes are selected. Now I should arrange the jobs by using processing time on machine B in the order higher to lower from left to right. So if you have confusion, kindly revisit our previous lecture and come back and solve. So therefore, using the processing time of machine 2 from higher to lower, we have job 5 as 13 and then comes job 1 11 and then comes job 4 as 8. So therefore, the sequence will be job 5 higher, next lower is job 1 and next lower is job 4. So I arranged in higher to lower from left to right by choosing 3 boxes towards machine 1 because tie has happened on machine 1. Now we have referred with only one, that is job 2. We have only one box, so allocate it. That is job. So therefore, the optimal sequence for this problem is 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. Now let us solve this problem. We have jobs coming for machines. First I should process on machine C. For machine C I should find in, processing time and out. Next we have machine A. For machine A I should find in, processing time, out and idle time. And then we have machine B. For machine B I should find in, processing time, out and idle time. Now first I should enter the sequence. The sequence is job 5, then job 1, then we have job 4, then job 2 and finally job 3. Once I have formatted the table and enter the jobs in the obtained optimal sequence, that is 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. The next step is to enter the processing time of respective jobs on the respective machines. Now for job 5, if I take job 5 on machine C, the processing time is 4, on machine A the processing time is 3, on machine B the processing time is 10 hours. Next, coming for job 1, it is 3 hours on machine C, 4 hours on machine A and 7 hours on machine B. Coming for job 4, it is 5 hours on machine C, 2 hours on machine A and 6 hours on machine B. Coming for job 2, we have 8 hours on machine C, 5 hours on machine A and 9 hours on machine B. Coming for job 3, we have 7 hours, 1 hour and 5 hours respectively. For job 5, 4, 3, 10. For job 1, 3, 4, 7. For job 4, 5, 2, 6. For job 2, 8, 5, 9. And finally for job 3, 7, 1, 5. This completes the second step. Now let us solve the problem. Machine C is ready to operate. Job 5 enters at time 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. So take 4 here. 4 plus 3 is 7. Take 7 here. 7 plus 5 is 12. Take 12 here. 12 plus 8 is 20. Take 20 here. 20 plus 7 is 27. So total processing time on machine C is 27 hours. Now let us move on to machine A. Let me use different chalk to mark the idle time. So we have found the total processing time on machine C as 27 hours. Now job 5 enters machine A after 4 hours. So therefore idle time for job 5 is 4 hours on machine A. Now 4 plus 3 is 7. So comparing these two, 7 and 7, so both are same. So take 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. Comparing 11 and 12, 12 is greater. Take 12 inside. 12 plus 2 is 14. Compare 14 and 20. 20 is greater. Take 20 in. 20 plus 5 is 25. Comparing 25 and 27. 27 is greater. Take 27. 27 plus 1 is 28. So machine A completes its work after 28 hours. Now to find the processing idle time, we have 7 out and 7 as in for the job 1, that is for second row. 7 minus 7 is 0. 12 minus 11 is 1. So this is 0. Next we have 20 and 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. Next we have 27 and 25. 27 minus 25 is 2. Seven minus 7 is 0. 12 minus 11 is 1. 20 minus 14 is 6. 27 minus 25 is 2. So therefore the total idle time on machine A is 6 plus 4 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 hours is the total processing idle time on machine A. Let us move on to machine B. So exit of machine A is at 7 hours. So after 7 hours the machine B starts its work. So therefore the idle time for machine B is 7 hours. Now 7 plus 10 is 17. So comparing 17 and 11, 17 is larger. Take 17 here. 17 plus 7 is 24. Comparing 24 and 14, 24 is larger. Take 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. Comparing 25 and 30, 30 is larger. Take 30 in. 30 plus 9 is 39. Comparing 39 and 28, 39 is larger. Take 39 in. 39 plus 5 is 44. So total elapsed time for the given problem is 44 hours. So coming for calculation of idle time for machine B, 17 minus 17 is 0. 24 minus 24 is 0. 30 minus 30 is 0. 39 minus 39 is 0. So therefore total processing idle time for machine B is 7 hours. So this completes the operations what we have performed on machine C, machine A and machine B for the jobs in the sequence 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. So the final answer is total elapsed time is 44 hours. Idle time on machine C for first machine will never have processing idle time, so therefore processing idle time is 0. That is the reason I have not put idle time column for first machine, plus the final waiting time is total elapsed time minus the completion time of machine C. Total elapsed time is 44 minus completion time of machine C is 27. So therefore the total idle time of machine C is 44 minus 27, it is 14. Plus 3 is 17. So therefore the total idle time on machine C is 17 hours. Coming for idle time of machine A, the total processing idle time is 13 hours, plus coming for the waiting time, total elapsed time minus the completion time on machine A, it is 44 minus 28. So 44 minus 28 is 16. 16 plus 13 is 29. Next, moving for idle time of machine B is equal to, the processing idle time is 7 hours plus the no waiting time, because the total elapsed time is 44 and completion time on machine B is also 44. So therefore 44 minus 44 is 0. 0 plus 7 is 7 hours. So this is the solution for the given problem, in which we have converted the n jobs 3 machines problem into n jobs 2 machine by adding first and second machine as machine 1 and second and third machine as machine 2. Once the problem is reduced to n jobs 2 machine, apply Johnson's algorithm to find the optimal sequence. We have employed the Johnson's algorithm to find the optimal sequence. The optimal sequence was found to be 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. And later we have used the regular method to solve the problem for n jobs 3 machines, and the solution for this problem is total elapsed time is 44 hours, idle time of machine C is 17 hours, idle time of machine A is 29 hours, and idle time of machine B is 7 hours. This completes our discussion on n jobs 3 machines. In next lecture, I will take up a problem on n jobs m machines. That's all from this lecture. Thank you.